So hey, welcome aboard the Night Rider INFJ Love Train. This video piggybacks off of this one here. So newbies, welcome to Sadie and the Night Riders. This channel is a little different, as you'll see. The messages here are for you and to help others. Genuinely not about me, like, at all. So I don't even want to slop on foundation and mascara or get this filter to get my face out there. I don't care about that stuff. I don't even do selfies. But this is for you. In short, I'm not the me type, so I'm going to focus on the information on this channel and not get my mug out there. And sorry if that sounds snooty, I don't know, maybe that's a shadow functioning coming out. But great segue. Today's topic, the INFJ shadow and inferior functions. So depending on the order you watch my videos, you're probably like, geez, this bitch is dark, like she's so depressing. So I super apologize about that. But alright, let's get to it. So generally, people are flexible. The INFJ is flexible, yet can get easily discouraged or stressed if not fully awakened. It can cause an INFJ to behave unlike their usual self. Going into a mode of shadow or dark functioning isn't by will, nor intended, nor easily controlled. It takes a lot of regulation, and oftentimes outside support. Outside support or affirmation can help a dark INFJ realize they're good in shadow mode. In shadow mode, it's hard to see that good through the blur, so someone else confirming it helps. The explosions that can occur can be extreme under stress. A lost INFJ who can't find the light switch in time may fall off altogether, meaning give up, believing life elsewhere is better and this one pointless. The reason the INFJ can enter the shadows is mainly due to not enough self-care, so a lack of water in their garden. Stressors added to an unfull tank can wilt a rose and bring out the Snickers bar in the INFJ. The stressors and self-doubt can cause the INFJ to lack trust in their old self, beliefs, or ways of being. If an INFJ keeps climbing, see this video here, with obstacle after obstacle and added stressors, they'll believe that them climbing is the issue. They'll truly believe that it's that they're doing it, and how it's going is the problem. They're too hard on themselves, and they carry lots of guilt and shame as a result. With these inferior functions, and if the INFJ doesn't tend to this, SE weed, because weeds are part of the garden too and require water and nutrients as well, the INFJ will disconnect. With so much normal functioning by means of their NIFE functions, and oftentimes the TI aspects, a poor or unhealthy SE can keep them stuck or worse. Instead of the signs and symbolism, the dark INFJ can wallow and lose faith, listening to their shadow voices. They'll misuse their NI, turning it into an NE, so extroverted intuition, so it's something unfamiliar, another obstacle. So it's as if shut away in some oubliette somewhere. If you've seen that cute movie Labyrinth, an oubliette is a place you put people to forget about it. I love that explanation. But in real terms, it's a secret dungeon accessible via a ceiling trapdoor. I freaking love the word oubliette, and it looks so aesthetically pleasing in writing, doesn't it? Alright, anyway, focus, Sadie. Since an unhealthy INFJ turned that NI into NE, their connecting of dots got shoddy. It forms a squiggly mess instead of the usual line, and it causes the INFJ to question things and themselves further. The outside magic disintegrates and is replaced with fog and no longer magic dust. They will self-criticize, which worsens it and deepens those shadow functions. The outside world will detect it too. They'll stay away from that negativity. This will disturb and scar the wanting, needing INFJ. It'll diminish their advocacy, and they'll slice with words and damage with actions and sink further into the shadows. When it comes to the categories of shadow functions, we're looking at the labels of the opposing party or opposition, the critical parents, the trickster. So with us, it's the TI, it's a trickster thinking mode, and the demon side. Typically in SE, like the NI, this shows itself via SI, inward sensing. The opposition role changes the letters of the intuition aspect of an INFJ. It shifts that NI to an NE. The INFJ usual stack is NI, FE, TI, SE. That stack creates the insight and compassion. A distorted NI, so an NE, to an INFJ's normal being causes an INFJ to project and deflect. Healthy NE functioning, like with an ENFP, equals flexibility and open-mindedness. A stifled/weak NE equals that kid in the candy shop whose mom said no to the treat. But check out the INFJ kid in the candy shop to explore the healthy, childlike whimsy of an INFJ. Since NEs see as many possibilities as an NI, they're just more flexible in their approach. Weak NEs cause the INFJ to be, in short, an asshole. The mentally unstable, mismanaged, unhealthy INFJ's next major shadow function, the critical parent, takes a huge toll on them. With so much trash and ick in the garden, that nagging, harsh, critical voice seems way louder all of a sudden. Their FE function, now an FI, so introverted feeling, the INFJ's morals are in dire question. They can fall into societal norms like inadvertent yet blatant disregard or dismissal of fellow man, and fall into apathy. Now the INFJ focuses more on outside feelings to shape their own. Mysticism lost. The trickster is the deceiving shadow function, and it really fucks with an INFJ who's a very sensitive type. This shadow sheds a false light on situations and self. An INFJ who taps into their trickster is critical and extremely defensive. Their ego is usually at bay, but now the dam definitely broke loose. To reiterate the trickster role, it is the shaking of your ego. The TE overcomes their usual TI. The use of a mentally weak TE is a disaster for TI types. Healthy TEs turning to TI in trickster mode blows too, but with much less severity. Unhealthy TE use for the INFJ is irrational, illogical, and causes the INFJ to be problematic. The demon is the least desired naturally and the most feared. Thankfully, it's the least utilized. However, and there's always a but, isn't there? It's easily utilized once an INFJ dives in and breaks the surface. The demon does its job, and its job is to torment and taunt you at your lowest. It's the dark of the dark night of the soul. Normal SE, now SI, past loveliness, is now just a canvas we had misinterpreted. Current belief that used to inspire now does the opposite. Unhealthy SE causes the INFJ to alter realities to meet the low vibration of their SE thinking. SE shadow functions is what causes that tossing and turning, that lack of sleep, and that lack of appetite during deep depression. Most people, or some people, oversleep to hide from the woes or pig out on cottage cheese and stuff. Not the INFJ. A lost INFJ with a now strong SE will hear their belly rumbling, but they just won't be hungry. The appetite's not there. Maybe all the guilt and shame from all the shadow function use cause them to want to torture themselves in a way, hence not resting, not eating. SEs in a negative light focus on the negative aspects, deepening the trauma or hindering and delaying the bounce back. Their dreams will get lost amongst the nightmares. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, this was the INFJ shadow functions. Pretty bleak, huh? So water your garden and water it good. Rain holds nourishment, and don't forget, it's a lot better than standing in constant storm. So take good care of yourself. Only once your own flower is looking right can the rest of the garden look tight. Much love. I appreciate you. You matter. Until next time. Peace.